the ancient secrets of manipulation. Now, I was watching the video. It's pretty important, man. It's pretty important to this topic. But I was watching a video with my favorite YouTuber, RIP Simple the P, Doctor whatever his name is, and then O'Shea Duke Jackson was on there. I think it was a couple. The Information Man was on there, right? And Doctor B, whatever his name is, was he used the phrase or the term, the word manipulation, and there was clarity given on what that word actually means. In this instance, we're going to be talking about the first definition that O'Shea had put out there, which was to skillfully handle. Okay, so pretty much getting somebody to do what you want them to do. Um, we're not going to be talking about how to get over on people, how to con people, because I don't do that. I don't do that anymore, at least. Of course, I'm pretty versed in that, but let's get into it. Now, a lot of people have been manipulated. A lot of people manipulate and they really think that this is the way to go. Now, I'll just give it to you like this. All forms of human interaction are some form of manipulation, bro. So when it comes to people saying you're a manipulator or and a liar, and that's what a lot of people like to say when they can't figure you out. So if anybody calls you a manipulator, you just tell them that. You think of something that they did to get you to do something that you didn't necessarily want to do, and then you throw it back. Or you don't always have to have, you don't have to win every argument, win every battle, which is, that's one of my points. I got a couple notes. But the best way, to not manipulate people or con people is to just not do it at all. If you don't want to have that feeling, right? But one thing that you do have to understand, it's all about balance. And I'm only really using the word manipulate just to draw people in to get the information, but it's all about balance. You have to understand people's intelligence levels. You have to understand people's backgrounds. You have to understand if a person is well read or not, intelligent or not, or if they have or certain levels of confidence. Because the thing about it is, you might try to you might try to get somebody to do something. You might try to manipulate somebody or finesse somebody or game somebody into doing something they don't necessarily want to do, or feeling how they should feel, or that they don't necessarily want to feel, which in this situation would be a good feeling. But you might be gauging them all wrong. You might gauge that person as somebody with very little experience with people. You might gauge that somebody was as somebody who has very little social skills. When in fact, that person might just not have any experience recently, and they act kind of strange. They act like an oddball. They might act like a nerd, or they might act dumb. They might act like they have low social skills, but that might not be the case. They might act like they have low social skills, but they really don't. They just have low self-esteem or low confidence, but they socialize perfectly fine. So you don't want to act like that person. You don't want to act like anybody is dumb or act like they have low social skills or they have little life experience, because the reason they might act like that is because they've experienced so much manipulation. They don't like people. They might just hate people because a lot of the interactions that they had with people that were important to them have been manipulative, have been toxic. So when you come at somebody like that, you have to be more careful. You have to be less into yourself and think, oh, well, this guy, he's 25, but he acts like a 13-year-old. Don't try to talk to him and act like he's really a 13-year-old, because this really still has, this dude really has the body of a 25-year-old man. He might not be 25 mentally, but you don't want to treat anybody less than. You don't want to. I'll just give you an example of when somebody just tried to manipulate me, because I don't act like Aaron Moses everywhere, especially when I'm at work. I act like I'm quiet. I act like I'm shy. I act like just a weird person when I'm really not. But when people try to act like my job is more important or I should take the job seriously because it's just so you're an important part of the team. I know I'm not, bro, and that's okay. That's not gonna motivate me to do my job better. That's not gonna make the situation more comfortable by putting the big hat on me, as um, Andre Taylor, FKA Gorgeous Dre would say. That's a form of manipulation. You try to make me feel better, or try to you trying to give me credit or make me feel like I'm a part of something bigger, like my purpose is bigger. That's gonna make me think you think I'm stupid and I have low self-esteem, and you could just tell me to do my job better. That's not gonna hurt. If you do it right, it's not gonna push anything back. But that's very important. Now, the subtleness of your message. This is all about delivery of the message, being being very subtle and having a balance. Now, I watched something the other day that was very important to this message and very important to life, man. Communication. We have sales, communication. Now, how you communicate to somebody, especially knowing your target, very important. Because a lot of women try to manipulate people in certain ways, mainly with the emotions and with their reproductive energy, which is a very low form, which a lot of people try to say women are not great manipulators because they only know how to manipulate men or people in two different ways, which is by humanizing themselves and trying to make you feel emotions that you cannot feel, especially if you're a man. Um, I get that a lot, especially doing tarot card readings. People come into my DM, oh, Aaron Moses, I'm a single mother, and my cat just got stuck in a tree. And I'm like, bro, I don't, I, I care, but you pulling this is really just taking away from the people who actually need my services for the low or for the free, and you are really just messing it up for everybody else. Because if you just talk to me like a normal person and you don't try to sell me your emotions, I might just give you a free reading, or I might just give you a discount. But the fact that you're damn near trying to force me, you're dry begging, you're begging me, trying to make me feel all these emotions, bitch. I was having a good day, so you came with all these emotions, trying to game me, trying to get this little free. It's only $35. Now I'm knocking it up to 50 because of you. You know what I mean? Like I was having a good day. Now you want to tell me about how your dog ran away and your cat stuck in a tree and how your snake won't eat um, live mice anymore and how your son just stubbed his toe. I don't. I mean now because you're laying it on so thick. Now I don't care. Now I think you're trying to play with me because I was having a good day until you came with all these stormy clouds. And now I don't want to do it. Now I don't want to do it because you're taking it too far. You're trying to play with me. And then the other thing, using the reproductive organs, the trying to tap into my lust. That doesn't happen with the tarot readings. But I did have one person that would be constantly trying to pull all these emotions at me, give me these emotions when I really, I care. But if you're showing me that you don't care about my mental health, my state at the time, and you don't care about my business that much, that you can't scratch together $35, $50, you don't have any respect for what I do, to the point where not only are you not caring about what I have going on and venting to me, just trying to save this little $35, you are not to be trusted. And that's the thing. When you do these things, bro, when you handle people, you have to take into account that you might get away with what you're getting away with for now. But that person might just run into a video like this or read the art of, the art of hold on. Excuse me. They might just read the art of war or the laws of human nature, I think is what it's called. They might read the 48 laws of power and see what you did. Now they don't trust people. Now, anybody who comes with an authentic story, they don't trust that, or they do understand that this is what they're going through, but they're triggered because of your goofiness and trying to trick them out their body or their mind or their time or their money, whatever it may be. So you do have to have consideration for the people that's going to handle this person after you get done doing what you are doing. Now, nextly, bro, how the video I was talking about was the differences between masculine and feminine communication. The guy was saying that men communicate with facts, with knowledge very directly, okay? And women communicate more so with emotions, and they communicate to be felt. They communicate to be understood emotionally. He was giving the example, which I discussed this with my girl. He was giving the example that if a man were to type you a message, an email, and he took away all the vowels, okay, vowels is A-E-I-O-U, and sometimes Y, that you would be pretty much able to decode a lot of that message, okay, because consonants, which is all the other letters with the exception of A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y, you would be able to decode that message because those letters are masculine letters. They carry logic, and vowels carry emotions. So when a woman speaks to you, what he's saying, not my words, women, ladies, if you get offended by this, I didn't. This is not my information. It's not my intellectual property. If you take away all the consonants and the text message or the email is only A, E, I, O's and U's, all vowels. That's how women communicate. And the perfect blend of this is both having logic and emotions, highs, lows, facts, and feelings. But at the end of the day, it's all about you, your target, balance, your experience, the situation. Are you gonna use more vowels because when you speak, more emotions can be conveyed when you have vowels? Okay, pay attention to how you speak, your tone, the person. Okay, very important. Now, we also have the fact that you should not be, look, you can study all the sales technology that we have. A lot of people like to use fear. Click this right now or buy this. The link's gonna expire in 30 minutes. That's using fear, bro. That's very low. That's the same thing as using reproductive energy. That's very low level. The thing about it is this whole if you don't buy my product right now, your family is gonna be forever doomed. The world's gonna explode. That's typical. That's ABC. That's third grader manipulation, as simple as the people say. The thing that people are drawn to more than anything is authenticity. That's what's very important. I could say, look, if you want to do this, it's cool. Your life could be better. More than likely, it will be. It may not be. I believe in my product. I believe that if you actually used it properly, if you really took advantage of my services in the way that I intended on them being delivered, your life could be different for a day, 2 days, 5 days, the rest of your life. I don't know. I don't know you like that. That's giving you more so of a choice. But if I just put some BBLs on my products and services and tell you that it's going to change your life, and if you don't buy it, you'll never experience this anywhere else. That's thirsty, bro. That's thirsty. That's the whole thing about everything should be with the intent of a win-win situation, with no pain being involved. With no pain being involved, why would you want a product that you like? Why would you want a product that you really have to depend on if you don't keep having it? If you don't have a choice but to use this product, that's like a bully, bro. Like that's really like extortion, to be honest with you. And a lot of people do that, which I understand, but it's really all about you having the best intention that you could have. You having a great intention because people putting themselves out there. I'm not even just talking about sales, but people getting what they want from other people. I mean, that's life. But when two people really can't, um, two people can't come away with anything, that's not good for you, bro. That's not an exchange at this point. At this point, you're really just being a pirate. But at the end of the day, one person did teach me that she was a real estate agent. And she told me that real estate agents don't like to be called salespeople. Even though they are salespeople, she said it's not necessarily about getting sales or selling a house because these people have the money, they have the availability, they have the time, they have the resources. They already know what they want. They want a house. They just need your help to choose which house. There's some paperwork involved. You might be able to help them if the income is not this, or the credit's not this, or the bank's not doing this. You might be able to switch some things around and help them out. That may be legal or illegal, but at the end of the day, she said, I don't really sell houses. I give people information that's gonna make their life better. And I help people. Like, that's a great mentality when it comes to any interaction. Giving people the information, just like, let's just say with a woman, bro. Giving people the information, giving a woman the right information that she needs to know. Yes, I do my thing in the bedroom, and ultimately, this is what I want to do. I just want to smash. But on the way to the bedroom and after, this is what you're going to experience. We could talk about something intellectual, we could get comical. I can give you some information that could change your life. I can give you something to think about. You might even want to have my baby at some point. But then you get all that, whatever, that frustration or anger or sadness, whatever you are feeling right now, out of your system. And then after that, I'm not gonna stalk you. I'm abundant. I feel good about myself. So just because we do this one, two, three, four times, I mean, we might be doing this for years. I'm not gonna get all clingy. If you don't want to talk to me, I'm not gonna burn it. It's all entertaining. It's all enlightening, and I'll give you a good time. And I'm open. I'm not insecure. So when this is going on, if it's something that you don't like, and you wanted me to make some adjustments, and you could inform me on what would make the situation a better situation, I'm not gonna get mad and punch you in the face like the other nigga did. But at the end of the day, I know I keep saying at the end of the day, I don't know why. It really comes down to you being yourself, being your best self in these interactions. I know a lot of people might give you that and say you just have to be yourself, do your best. Yes, do your best, be yourself. But these styles of communication, you not knowing what's going on in other people's lives is very important, bro. Because, like I said, nobody wants to feel played. Nobody wants to feel like they're being manipulated. And people want to feel important. People want to feel intelligent. People want to come away like they made a good choice. Like they had the choice to make a choice. They made the best choice that they could make. They made a good choice. And if they see something better, they're not going to be overly regretful. Or if they didn't realize until the end of the interaction that they really couldn't afford to do whatever you needed them to do for them, that they're not going to feel like a bad person if they say no. And they're not going to feel stupid if they say yeah. So that's really all it is, man. It's Aaron Moses. I'm no bang. You the bang. We the bang together, man. Like it's in the breath. Breathe it in. Peace.